It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. The players love him. Thank you, David. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And, of course, there's the Warriors. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for the Warriors, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Here's Curry after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Back to Curry. There's the 3. Second chance shot. Here's Green. Count it. Good.
Well, Draymond Green gives up size at his position on a nightly basis, but how impressive is his ability to take it off the window and convert?
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Shot clock at 2. And Thompson gets it to go.
Well, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Curry against Lillard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's McCollum off the drive. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's now 8 points for Klay Thompson.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lillard with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Curry looking around. Here's Green. And the layup falls. Green's got his second basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Collins finds McCollum. Lillard against Curry. Lillard attacking. It's deflected.
Man, how quick does he get off the floor? Chris rises high and sends it back.
Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson from long range. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
Greg, it was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Count that bucket. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind. James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Lillard attacking, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
So it's Portland now. The Warriors making the shot. He dishes it to Whiteside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates.
Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Whiteside finds Lillard. In the corner, it's Little. Now, here's Whiteside. His last outing, 16 points for him. The wide open shot by Little. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Got it off in time, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed.
A lot of responsibility when things go.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the point guard position.
And in recent years, some called the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Great positioning on the putback.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The pass to Simons. Here's Trent. Fires the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. They get it back. Wiggins passes to Poole. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Hazonia kicks to Little. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Pascal. Hazonia defending. Here's Poole, and stolen by Hazonia. And now Portland on the break. Here's Little, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate, but in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Perfect. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, there are times the bind Steph Curry puts you in gives you no choice but to foul you. What pressure he is able to apply to your defense. I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts the defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him.
Now, here's Nurkic, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so Green will bring it up for Golden State, coming off that loss against the Nets. For the three. The shot by Curry, no good. And with the way, Doris, defenses have to adjust for Curry. It just leaves so much more space for the rest of the team.
I think coaches, Kevin, because of Steph Curry's presence, they have got to change their defensive schemes, account for spaces on the floor that traditionally you wouldn't have to account for. That puts Steph Curry in a class of his own.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Looney's checked in for Golden State. Lillard's checked in for Portland. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Curry passes to Basket. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Nurkic with the block. Lillard attacking. Off on the layup.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Curry on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. And Thompson launches it from deep. But they recover it.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Outside Collins. Back to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play. This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Chris, he's checked in for Draymond Green.
You can see the bind a defender is in when trying to check Klay Thompson. He's a lights-out shooter, which means you have to close. But the other thing is you don't want to foul him too much, guys, because he's a knockdown free throw shooter, too.
Now here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Count that one.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. 15 seconds left in the second quarter. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Oh, that's blocked. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds. And that'll do it for us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward.
Oh, the electricity of Andrew Wiggins can really elevate around the rim.
And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Here's Lillard. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. But money well spent by the Blazers.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Doris, great scoring is often reliant. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Curry with it. Now defended by McCollum. The shot by Curry, no good.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
It's tipped. Moves back up. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. The Trailblazers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Wiggins against Collins. Stolen by McCollum. And here comes the break. Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
No free throws good from Lillard.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Poole. He's guarded by McCollum. Curry against Lillard. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors. Here's Lillard. Curry with the defensive effort.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
A putback. It's good on the putback. Chris has got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Lillard against Curry. Got a hand on it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Chalk up 2 there. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I think unselfish is a word that applies beautifully to Draymond Green, who's so good at sharing the basketball. You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups.
Warriors leading by 14. Here's Curry. That one drops for him. Curry's got 13.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit. It's his willingness to hold his ground on the block, and it is very difficult to score on him. Why? Well, great length, great anticipation. This guy is flat out competitive and wants to challenge anyone, anywhere.
Back to Lillard. Fires for three. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Curry with a wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half. Now, here's Lillard. Defense right on him. The layup off target. To the inside. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Out left to the wing. Curry against Lillard. His 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Looney kicks to Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Boy, once Stephen Curry starts to cook, it's like an avalanche. The guy can score at will from anywhere.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Warriors on top as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Looney, and it's Bowman in at the point. That's the Warriors' foul. The putback, and Lee pulls it down. Warriors leading by 18. Poke loose, taken away by Anthony. It's Collins with the drive. Simons, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Eagles got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lee kicks it to Looney. Pass to basket. Over Trent. Shot clock at 6. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Trailblazers trail by 18. Here's Anthony. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, how well does he use his frame to hold off the defense? Melo with the strong finish.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Collins passes to Simons. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Covered by Anthony. Passes it to Pascal. Stolen by Collins. McCollum against Lee. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Good on the shot.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Whiteside. The Warriors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Pascal. Over Collins. And again, no good by Golden State. And here's Portland. They've scored 10 straight. Here's Anthony. And Portland again with the bucket.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So both teams changing it up here. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. 20 feet out, and again, it's Portland converting.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Timeout called the Warriors. They lead by 6. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And his touch from long range has been money. Yeah, he's totaled 4 3-pointers on a very efficient night of shooting. And that's what turned a good game for him into a great one.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
Lillard against Curry. Lillard left side. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 32 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
McCollum. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And so McCollum nails both of them.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pulls up on the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Portland. They're on a 20-7 run. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Chris finds Thompson. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
The Mile High City.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at 2 guard.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Millsap. Jokic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Inside, here's Collins. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. And just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lillard attacking.
Well, when you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Craig can't get it to go. As you were talking about the presence of Lillard, very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Murray kicks to Craig. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Lillard attacking. Yes, that goes in.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket with his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
The shot, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Lillard's got 6 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Bol, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Portland also making some changes. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. McCollum right side. Whiteside, the pass to Anthony. Fires from deep. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Craig can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Anthony. And Jokic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Bull. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy. And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night, and he makes the first. And talking about Bull, his dad, Manute Bull, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're 2 completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Here's Little following the score by Jamal Murray.
And while we got a chance, look at some numbers for Jokic. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
That works just like they drew it up, till the part where he short arms the play.
Bull can't hit. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To the middle. And Plumlee kicks to Dozier.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And he sinks the second. Here's Trent. He's covered by Grant. With 4 seconds on the clock, and Azania gets it to go.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Trailblazers. Nikola Jokic, a former 2nd-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Mario Hazonia. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Now, here is Morris. Tight defense on him. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Denver grabs the miss.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Dozier and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Back to Lillard. From deep. Lillard again missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Grant, that's good. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing the hoop, I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them, and then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Morris dishes to Grant and stolen by Whiteside. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Grant and the dunk by Grant.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Nuggets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Dozier passes to Daniels. Nurkic with the double team. Here's Dozier. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Dozier's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And he gets the bucket. Dozier's got 9 points.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lillard finds Nurkic, uses the glass to finish the layup. Nurkic has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And the touch Nurkic has inside, I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Morris drops them both. McCollum against Murray. Passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest he got. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the basket by Lillard.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash. One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's dang time.
Pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Kevin, the percentages going through him, Justin. Off the dribble, contested from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Anthony finds McCollum. From outside the arc. The shot missing. And Denver the other way now.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Lillard tips it, and Collins is right there. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
Love the heart that Collins is playing with. He makes use to give his all on the offensive glass.
Nurkic with the steal. Murray against Lillard. Outside Anthony. Lillard dishes to Collins. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Jokic kicks to Murray. There's the pass to Craig. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Mario Hezonja is checked in for the Trailblazers. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And Murray, here we go. Here's Bol, banked in off the glass. Bol's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Offensive rebound, right side. Good defense by Jokic.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Shoots it up. And Denver again with the bucket.
Yeah, inside, Bowl does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
It's McCollum with the drive. Good.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Craig. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. For Denver, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Simons. Passes it to Trent. Down low. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Porter passes to Craig. Murray outside. Off target from three-point range. Gets it off. The shot comes out. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Denver on top. They lead by 2. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Simons in at the point. 4 on the shot clock. Out to Morris. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. Turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Portland trailing here. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Makes it off the glass. Whiteside's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Jokic. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he connects with the jumper.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Collins dishes to Whiteside. And there's the pass to Trent. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Morris outside. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Trent passes to Lillard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Craig's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2, and it's Monte Morris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the paint, here's Nurkic. And no good. Good defense by Jokic. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Craig kicks to Morris. And he banks in the layup. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Free throw good, Porter. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Lillard with no one around. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Murray's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets leading by 7. Pass to Jokic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Lillard with the bucket.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. Drops the first one, and that turns the lead to 6.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Murray kicks to Craig. Takes the 13-footer. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Lillard against Murray. 4 on the clock, and it's sent back by Jokic. There's Porter with the 3. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. A second chance effort, and he could not get that one to go. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Here's Lillard, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on the drive.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dozier, and yes, it's good. Dozier's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. And Portland has possession. Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Here's Dozier. Pass to Bates-Diop. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
So we see Denver get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
Give me a food.
You play 2K
All the time.
you act,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. GA.
Well, James.
No doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Westbrook. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Trying his luck from deep. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Harden. Westbrook's got the first 3 points tonight for the Rockets. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Covington passes to Tucker. He's off on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. McCollum right side. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Releases. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now the pass to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers rebound. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Cullen passes to Lillard. From deep. Portland with a new 14. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Outside Westbrook. To the middle. Tucker finds Harden. Three-pointer. They get it again. Back to Tucker. Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but
boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
And look at that work inside. Recognized the mismatch and took advantage.
Passes it to Kira. No one near him. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Here's Simons. Lets it go. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Pass to McLemore. Here's Carroll. Here's Clemens. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Carroll's got his 3rd basket of the night. At the elbow, it's Little. Kicks it to Collins. Pass to Simons. Fires the 3. That shot missing. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talked.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, Green is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Ben McLemore. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Clemens in at the 1. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Finishes the break with a slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Now here's Little. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Trent can't hit.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
To the inside. Back to McLemore. Feeds it to Carroll. And he drops it in from the low post. Carroll's got 8 points.
Such an impressive all-around player. Carroll is good at scoring in the painted area as well.
Got a piece of it. Lasagna, the pass to Whiteside. And that one drops. Whiteside's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Carroll. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 10 points for him.
Well, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Rivers looking over the floor. The feed to Carroll. That shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Now here's McLemore. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Can't hit from 12. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And here they go. And it's Houston on the break. Green with the ball. It's stolen by Little. Here's Azania. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Ben McLemore.
And Hazonia does not lack for aggressiveness. I mean, I love how he attacks the defense and gets these foul calls.
Some defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Harden against Nurkic. Here's Tucker. Here's Harden. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Zach Collins checked in for Hazonia.
Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Got that one up quick. Westbrook's got 5 now.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard from past the arc. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And here's Harden for 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the basket by McCollum.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's House. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's McCollum. The stupendous finish in traffic. And now a 10-point Portland lead. Harden scanning the floor. Down low. Looking to end the run. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
C.J. McCollum, one of the more creative scorers in the league, Ernie.
Thanks for joining.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Covington. And the shot goes in.
Man, I like the guts from Covington there. I mean, definitely getting bodied a little on his shot, but still keeps his focus and gets it to go down.
And good that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Second shot opportunity. Fader on the way. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Anthony with the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
Here's Tucker. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Houston making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. That one, no good. Good D by Westbrook.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Inside. Tucker, the pass to Covington. Over Whiteside. Covington's shot is off.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
And that one drops for him. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Anthony with the bucket.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And Covington sends it back. Another shot, and Nurkic finishes inside. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
McLemore, the pass to Tucker. To halt the run. And here's McLemore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Covington with the bucket.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off. Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Trailblazers leading by 17. McCollum outside, launches it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Houston will take it the other way. Doubled by McCollum. Here's Harden. Got it. Good job in the low post. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Whiteside with it. Westbrook picks him up. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Shoots from the baseline. Unable to get that one.
you almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Harden finds Westbrook. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Right side, the pass to Lillard. For three. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Stolen by McCollum. Lillard attacking. He feeds it to Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jamari Carroll is out there with Green. And it's Rivers, and it's House in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Green finds Carroll. Collins grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
He tries for 3. Little can't hit. Rockets trail by 18. House dishes to Rivers. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Rivers has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Passes it to Trent. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Little kicks to Hazonia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Collins. Over Green. Shot by Collins, no good. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets, no one covering. Look, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden comes in for Rivers. Pass to Harden. Count it.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. In close, he hits it. Anthony's got 9 points here in the second half. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. House kicks to Carroll. Harden outside. The pass to Clemens. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot. Puts one up from 19. Harden can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 14. Anthony drives in. Feeds it to Collins. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
House dishes to Tucker. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Anthony. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Rockets making a change here. Covington's checked in. McCollum against Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Back to Lillard. From the baseline. Portland again missing. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Back to Anthony. McCollum trying to get open. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. Passes it to Harden. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Well, the weekend has officially begun. It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us. Brent, your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench, Kevin. That is true.
A little bit.
14's still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun. Here's Lillard following the basket by Draymond Green and stolen by Chris. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Chris. Shot clock at 5. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about Chris using a little bit of muscle to get his way, fighting through the contact that time?
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Green with the block. And he's able to get it back. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Here's Anthony. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
And Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Curry with it. Now Anthony defending, but they'll get another chance. Over Green. And McCollum with the slam.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
Here's Curry following the score by Damian Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
This is it to Poole. Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Pascal, and again, it's the Warriors missing. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 14-6 run. Little gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Poole, and there's the pass to Pascal. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in blocks, second in rebounding. And he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Warriors trail by 10. Down low. Pascal, the pass to Looney, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And they pick up 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Curry from deep three-point land. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Trailblazers lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season.
The field goal percentage as a whole.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Hezonja gets it to go.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Warriors trail by 9.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside for the Trailblazers. Zach Collins checked in for Hezonja. Anthony comes in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simmons. McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. To the middle. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Anthony. Whiteside's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Warriors have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Collins passes to Trent. Stolen by Thompson. From 13, that's good on the jump shot. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum left side. There's the dish to Collins. And no good. And Golden State will come the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. And Chris throws it down.
Now, Marquise Chris is becoming one of those guys you got to see when he's jamming it down.
Out to the wing. Right side, the pass to Trent. Count it. Trent's got 4 this quarter. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize. You're exactly right.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Poole. He is guarded by McCollum. Pass to Chris. Now, here's Thompson. Guarded closer. And it's Portland with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Trent passes to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Right side, good. And now a 12-point Portland lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, let's give a shout-out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And you don't.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is up, and so it's Portland up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are leading by 12. Chip. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Warriors trail by 12, and that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Lillard against Wiggins. And it's Lillard missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. From deep three-point range. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Lillard attacking. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night. Warriors trail by 14. On its way from Curry for 2. Offensive rebound. Here's Green. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's got 5.
Yeah, just tireless from Draymond that time. He values each possession and creates a second opportunity that time.
To the inside, Lillard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Brett, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. The Trailblazers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Curry attacking, and the basket by Pascal.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, Kevin, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Lillard against Curry. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And it's Looney with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Lillard, up and in on the layup. Lillard's got 11 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hazonia with the ball. He's got 6. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Curry. And too long on the shot. Warriors trail by 15.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Portland may have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Thompson. Curry way outside, and again no good by Golden State.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in.
Marquise Chris has potential oozing from his fingertips. So exciting and so athletic at that 4 spot.
Feeds to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there. You wonder with Nurkic last year getting hurt just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. Their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position. But the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
Collins checked in for Whiteside. The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw good. Wiggins. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Pass to Chris. To the paint. Green kicks to Curry. And the pass to Pascal. Green. No dice on the putback jam. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Portland out in front, up 19. From Portland, we're back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Pascal. Here's Green. Pass to Chris. Shoots over Nurkic. And that one hits back iron. Portland leading by 21. The putback. Chris with the rebound. Warriors shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And it's Green with the jam.
Man, is Draymond Green out there playing with a watch? What timing on that alley-oop.
Here's Lillard. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and it's Wiggins missing. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lillard outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Yeah, we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Lillard against Curry. Dishes it to Thompson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Klay Thompson just never dwelling too long on a game where he might miss a couple shots, or over the course of maybe a couple weeks when he's not in his best form. He turns it around pretty quickly, does Klay, and it's pretty impactful.
And he knocks down the first one. And for all-time great shooters like Klay, you need to have that confidence in your shot.
Well, I think Klay's confidence grows a lot too, Kevin, from the fact that he knows on a nightly basis that the ball is going to come his way. It's one of the best aspects of the Golden State Warrior offense is that they share it. So you're not going to go through a 10-game stretch where the opportunities to score aren't there. Klay's going to see shot opportunities because of Steph's unselfishness, and because he's such a world-class shooter, he's going to work his way out of slumps pretty quickly, and then he's going to go on a tear.
And Lillard kicks to Collins. Back to Lillard. Outside Collins. Lillard against Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Chris. Anthony with the defensive effort. Trailblazers leading by 20. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Great D that time from Green.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Lillard with it, picked up by Thompson. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. He feeds it to Whiteside. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Thompson, and Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Portland.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Carmelo Anthony.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Who's got CJ?
He kicks it to Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. Chris pass to Curry. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Wiggins missing. Outside Collins. Here's Lillard. And Curry pulls it down. Thompson looking for an opening. Now Curry. Green breaking loose. And another three for Golden State.
A thing of beauty, Steph Curry shot from distance, pure.
Lillard up top. From deep. Kept alive. Right side. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they execute.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Soaring high above the Willamette. And with some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at Denver. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And checking out Portland. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for Denver, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Look, come on, GA. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the two-guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's McCollum. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Here's McCollum, and it's blocked. Second chance effort. The putback, and Collins is right there.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Murray. Up again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots, just on pound in that center position.
Now, here's Lillard. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Millsap looking it over. Lillard against Porter. Lays it up and banks it in. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Now here's Anthony. Shot clock at 5. And here's McCollum for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Outside Millsap. Craig kicks to Porter. Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will. Good work there as it goes.
given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, GA. I mean, it takes skill and a certain level of fearlessness.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. Great positioning on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Little passes to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Denver making a switch here. Daniels is checked in, and both free throws good from Whiteside.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot, and they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Trail Blazers trail by 3, and now Portland on the break. They get the rebound. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Morris with the ball. He got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
Great.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1. And here's Daniels after Nasir Little hitting the 3. Out to Morris, the pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Moving well in the pick and roll. Bull's understanding for how to capitalize in that spot is big.
And he gets it to go. Hezonja's got his first 2 points of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Grant. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And here is Morris. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Back to Porter, 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Portland grabs the miss. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display from McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Morris with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Morris into the lane. Now, here's Bull, covered by Anthony. 16 feet away. They get it back. Portland leading by 3. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Morris, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? You still take them on.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Plumlee, no luck. And Collins has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. When he's so skilled, he can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
And Jokic gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard, and the layup is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Collins comes over with the double team. Millsap has the open look. Good on the triple. Millsap's got 5.
And really, over the last few years, Millsap has really improved that outside shot. Now capable of stretching the defense. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Jokic gets it to go. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
And don't leave out his rebounding here. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass. Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's Murray. That shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Simons. Poked away and stolen by Murray.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game-changing.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for... Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris, the tomahawk Jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh, man. That's
You
so
did
tough.
both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk on you. Like, remember what Derrick Rose did over Dragic back in the day? Oh, my goodness, off the two. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, two hands, two legs, one leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. Knocks it loose. Millsap against Collins. Here's Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And now it's a three-point Nugget lead.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, oh, that's all about feel.
Kicks it out to Collins. No good from outside.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Here's Jokic, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be nice to have that combination of height and skill. You know you can get your shot off pretty much against anyone.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Cole comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Denver leading by 5. And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins, figures to be an important piece moving forward.
No, just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. With this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
The shot's good, and it's 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Here's Jokic. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
McCollum uses his wily strength to sink these shots. Even when you rough him up, he finds a way to score.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Hezonja's shot is off.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
And the dunk by Grant.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Passed a little. Just 4 to shoot. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And the first one drops. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Nuggets leading by 9. Morris passes to Bol. to the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Morris outside. Pass to Dozier from downtown. Offensive rebound. No good on the shot. Trailblazers trail by 6. Ripped away. Here's Bull. Bucket is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Passes to Whiteside. Down low. And Bull pulls it down.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Anthony. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And
make simple passes. We got him caught.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Portland trailing here. They've got Collins. He's out there with Anthony. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Another shot, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Dozier. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now the pass to Simons. Feeds it to Collins. Trent passes to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Can't hit from in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Porter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now a 9-point Denver lead. Lillard, the pass to Collins. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Craig. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Trent. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Oh, forget about 3-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Murray kicks to Millsap. And it's good. 2 points.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Nurkic checked in for Whiteside.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Lillard looking around. 18 feet out. Bullseye.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jump.
Count that one. Murray's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball, just dribbling through defenders like it's nothing.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and it's sent back by Jokic. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets leading by 12. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Millsap misses. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Here's Anthony. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Craig kicks to Murray. 1:32 left in the game. And Jokic slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Anthony. The dish now to Collins. Lillard against Jokic. Lets it go with a three. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Lillard.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow-by.
Lillard against Murray. A putback, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Portland. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another three for Portland.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And here are the Nuggets now. 6-point game. Pass to Craig. Back to Murray. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Craig. A three ball. Offensive rebound. Shoots the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that can be a valuable asset from any offense.
The offensive rebound. Right side, good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Here's Millsap. Off target with that shot.
Love how hard Collins plays on this team. He goes all out.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony.
Man, this year was so...
We bring you tonight in... Now it's ended out in... Whatever works, David. Thanks. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seed. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Now here's Harden. Back to Tucker. Harden finds Tucker. Here's Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
It's good on the putback.
Yeah, filling out the defense, Tucker gets the look he wants from mid-range.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Kicks it out to Collins. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And he's drawing those whistles. A couple quick ones back-to-back.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Memphis. Westbrook dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Covington from 15 feet away. Again, Covington missing. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Shot left block. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's the pass to Harden. Here is House. Here's Covington. Nurkic with the block. They recover it. Goes back up. Covington's shot is off.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Here's Anthony. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And that one's good. House.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Lillard against Westbrook. Pulls it up. With the tip, there's Nurkic putting it right back in.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
From deep, Harden. The shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Here's Trent. Here's Simons. Off target from outside. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Trailblazers leading by 4. Now Little. Right side, the pass to Little. Over McLemore, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. 1:07 left in the first. Pass to Rivers. Back to Green. Pass to Covington. Over Hazonia. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
Portland leading. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Trent controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Now here's McLemore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Green inside. He's covered by Whiteside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here are the Trailblazers now. They're leading by 8. Little dishes to Whiteside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Green is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's McLemore, and it's Clemens in at the point. McLemore, the pass to Carroll. Here's Green, and that one good.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And Portland has possession. Here's Hazonia. He averages about 5 points a game. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. He gets it in there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
But they recover it. Green, the pass to Carroll. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
Portland leading by 14. Passes it to Simons. They grab their own miss. And Collins is right there.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And the rejection by Collins. And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the board. They just pounded them inside.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass. Simons has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Carroll dishes to McLemore. They kick it out to Green. Shoots. And it's Houston with another.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
The pass to Simons. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of the game. Inside, here's Collins. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And McLemore kicks to Green. Great look, but off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. 44 seconds left here in the second. Pass to House. Kicks to Covington. Clock at 4. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Nobody near Lillard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got his third bucket of the night.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And again, the turnover by the Rockets. Trailblazers leading by 17. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. That's a 2 from Lillard. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Will it go?
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And that does it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look
desperately wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Rockets trail by 17. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Dishes it to Nurkic. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Harden against McCollum. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Tucker, the pass to Covington. Back to Tucker. From down in the low post, it goes. Tucker's got 6 points.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Here's Lillard, banked in off the glass. He's got 16.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Houston moving the ball around.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
You said it, Kevin. He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Rockets trail by 16. And Westbrook, here we go. Offensive rebound. Tucker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with, and he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line. Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jamari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington, and McLemore subbed in for Daniel House.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Harden way outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at the Rockets. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And checking out Portland, sitting there 4 spots below.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers, but I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
Connects from 3-point range.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Carroll kicks to McLemore. Passes it to Westbrook. And a deep three from Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the basket by McCollum.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now the pass to Carroll. Harden inside the three-point line. The good-looking shot from the wing. Harden's got 6.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Lillard left side. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Russell Westbrook. P.J. Tucker is out there with Harden. And it's House in at the 4 spot. And that one is good. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and sibling. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Collins checked in for Damian Lillard. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Robert Covington's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Left side, Covington uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
McCollum fires from way outside. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Harden the pass to Covington. Portland grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
House kicks to Harden. Buries it from three-point range.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Isanya, he's checked in for Collins. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Adams in for Anthony Simmons. And it goes down 2 points.
Worked that one inside nicely.
For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Little kicks to Isanya. McCollum against Covington. That one good for 2.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
No good that time. McCollum with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Caboclo comes in for Robert Covington. And Baamute's checked in for Danuel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Cans it from downtown.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Adams dishes to Little. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Horde. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And Portland making a change here. Gabriel's checked in. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Out to Chandler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Portland with the ball. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They double him with Rivers. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And Portland has possession. To the paint. Here's Azania. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Rivers can't get it to go. Here's Horde. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg